Marvelous Mail Day coming up, along with grade A pickups. And it's all coming up right now. So stick around because I pity the fool who don't. Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Sagady. I'm also known as the Commenting Collector. Hope everyone had a great week. I certainly did. I'm so excited to show off some of my pickups that I made at a local flea market. Also, some mail that's going to be really cool. And you can never, ever underestimate the value in this community of meeting up with fellow community members and getting some cool gifts from them and just hanging out, shooting the breeze, good times. And last but not least, I've got some old postcards that I really don't collect, and I'll even throw in a sticker. Going to run a little contest at the end, so stick around for those. And I'm going to turn around the camera. So, this first gift from meeting up with some other YouTube channels recently, and let's kind of do this Eric the Card Closet style. I'll just give you some hints on who may have given me this 2004 team pack of North Dakota State bison, or as they like to say up there, bison. So that's one of the clues. It's a North Dakota State fan. Second clue, who else in the hobby would have these? Kind of a curiosity, so to speak. And the last clue, if you haven't gotten it by now, he's the most recent inductee into the Card Community Hall of Fame. That's right, none other than Stooks Baseball Cards and Curiosity. So yeah, Scott gave me these. So nice. Thank you, Scott. So we're also with Drew from Clean Cheap Shots. He's the channel that has the great 1953 graded collection, and Drew will go through the cards and give a great biography of the men on the cardboard. A lot of them in this era, they served our country in the military, so some great stories. And Drew had a little trivia contest. I couldn't beat the legend Hall of Famer Stuke, but I did come in second, and this was a great gift. Anytime, I think Drew said, anytime you get a 1953 Topps card, cherish it, and I do. Love the Giants, of course, to become the Mets. Hank Thompson, I believe, and I should have refreshed my memory. I believe after Jackie and Larry Doby, I think they were saying Hank Thompson was the third African American to break the color barrier in the major leagues. So pretty cool. So thanks to Drew, and also Peeps, Josh from Peeps Wax Packs was also there. So it was great. We went to an antique store. Then we had some supper together. Drew had us do card wars, and he'll show more of that footage on his channel coming up, Clean Cheap Shots. And I believe, or I know that Scott on Stuke's Baseball Cards and Curiosities, he showed some footage from our meeting. It was a great time. Love hanging out with those guys. Drew comes up from Nebraska once in a while.
Well, keep growing your collection, card farmers.
To the Twin Cities, and Scott and Josh we all live pretty close together, so it's great to get together. Next, and this was actually before getting together with those fellas was down in Florida. Got a chance to meet up with the great Hugo from Signs of the Pastime, and he gifted me this great John, better known as Buck O'Neill card. And this is, of course, from the Ted Williams collection. Yeah, we I did a video on it, and also Hugo on his Signs of the Pastime channel, where we went to the mural of Mr. Buck O'Neill, and then we went to a baseball museum in the area, Bradenton, I believe. I think they called it either Old Town or New Town or something like that. There's a neighborhood that has a really cool, tiny but really cool museum that shows some of the African American stars from that neighborhood, and of course, chief among them would have to be Mr. Buck O'Neill. So thank you, Hugo. But that's not all, as they say. It's 1967. Earl Batty. He was catcher for the Twins and a couple other teams. I think he may have started with the Washington Senators because that's the team that merged to become the Minnesota Twins. Actually, hey, it says it right on back. Wouldn't you know? So he started out with the White Sox, or actually not the White Sox. He played Chicago. That had to be the minors because it says Toronto, so it had to be minors because obviously the Blue Jays weren't around back then. Then Los Angeles, I assume that's the Dodgers, and maybe it is the White Sox. I don't know. Maybe he had a cup of coffee, went down to the minors in Toronto, then got called up with. I'm just speculating. I should have done some research on this. I just mainly know him when he was with the Twins. Played with the Dodgers, and it looks like he's back with the I'm assuming White Sox and not Cubs for some reason. And then the Senators, which folded or got merged into the Twins. And actually in 65, Mr. Earl Batty was the catcher for the Twins that lost in the seventh game to Mr. Sandy Koufax. So nothing to be ashamed about there. Koufax was one of the best. So thank you, Hugo, for that. Um, I buried the lead. Buried the lead. That's actually autographed. I mean, the 67 has the autographs, as many of you know. But if you can see in the pen, the old school pen, that's the authentic Earl Batty. So that makes this gift even more spectacular, even more generous. So thank you, Hugo. Actually, there's two more from Mr. Hugo. How about this 1997 Denny's 3D of Mr. Ken Herbeck? Trying to get my ugly mug out of there. It's not going to show up as well on here, but the 3D quality is cool. I've always been a fan of the 3D. Denny's card. I just had Vince, sports card ripping teacher, on the collector's chat, and he told a story where I believe his father just got like hundreds of packs of these. He had some connection with Denny's. Um, and so, and if I'm wrong on that, I apologize. But bottom line, Mr. Sports Card Ripping Teacher Vince has a ton of these, and what he does, he gives them away to his students occasionally. So Denny's. Oh, and then I believe it's true, and even if it's not, it's still cool to mention Zach from Sports Cards and Collectibles. I believe Zach likes these Denny's cards as well.
The ballpark, there's just one thing on my mind. Hologram baseball cards are back at Denny's. You get an Upper Deck card free with any purchase from Denny's Classic Hits menu. So collect all 28. They're more exciting than the game. Well, almost.
I love the Ken Herbeck. Good old number 14, hometown hero. I spotlighted Mr. Herbeck as he was a local hero that went to Bloomington, Bloomington Kennedy High School. And for, again, referring back to Drew, Clean Cheap Shots, he had a VR where he wanted us to talk about talk about our hometown and some major leaguers from there. And Kent Herbeck is one of those. And the last gift from Mr. Hugo, and this is cool because it's a buyback. And I know Shane from Shoebox Legends is kind of the king of buybacks in our community.
Hall of Famer.
At least from my perspective, there may be others, but I know Shane is the one that I've watched the most, and I know Hugo is kind of becoming a protege of Shane as far in regards to collecting these buybacks. So this, I may have one other, but I don't have. If I do, I don't have many. So this is a buyback for the Bowman, and I think it's a 90. No, this is really cool. It's actually a 1991, which happens to be the year the Twins won the World Series. So obviously it's kind of a retro card because Rod Carew had been retired for a few years before 91. So it's a retro card, but nonetheless very cool. And I like too I'll show the back a little more. I don't. Some of you like the backs here. The batted 343 during the decade of the 70s. Unbelievable. But what I like, another shout out is you can see the little mustache on Mr. Rodney Klein Carew. So, of course, the gratuitous shout out to BK and Mac Wax Stacks. So thank you very much, Hugo. So I was at a flea market last summer. I'm sorry. So anyway, I'm at this flea market in Elko, Minnesota, and a couple nice acquisitions. Well, I'll show the less to the best here. So the least one, but it's still great for me, is this electronic football. Now, I considered it a Mattel's Electronic Football from 1977, which I had as a kid. And I tell you, it was the most popular thing for kids back then is to have one of these.
Ladies and gentlemen, we challenged hotshot Dick Jakowski to play the Mattel Electronics Football game. Dick doesn't know, inside is a tiny thinking computer that plays like a whole team of pros. Dick's got the ball, but that computer defense is tough. He drives up the middle, stopped cold.
1 yard.
Now Dick cuts left, down the sidelines, touchdown. Mattel Electronics Pocket Football with the built-in computer.
Hey, who's in there?
Oh.
And so when I saw it at the flea market, it's like I had to get this thing because I fortunately don't have the one from when I was a child, but they got the one for like the easier mode. Then they got the two. I don't know what's going to come on. There's like little red blips. Yeah, it's the 1977 technology. But as kids, we played this for probably 2 years when it was at the top of its popularity. I mean, they had spin-offs. I think it was Coleco had a quarterback one where you could actually throw the football.
I'm Football One, Mattel's lowest price electronic football game.
And I'm electronic quarterback, Coleco's lowest price.
I run from the line of scrimmage.
I start in the backfield and follow my blockers.
Blockers? I don't have any blockers.
I got 7 men on defense.
7? I've only got 5.
I can even pass.
I can't pass.
My receiver runs short, long, any pattern.
Pattern? I don't even have a receiver.
Or I can score a safety.
Safety?
Coleco's electronic quarterback, a lot more football.
So it was all the rage. So when I saw this at that table at the flea market, I said I got to get it because it was only $15. I thought that's an amazing price, and I should have known, but I guess I just wasn't prepared. was like, it doesn't say Mattel on it, as you can see. So after doing some research, this isn't a original 1977 Mattel's electronic football. No, oh no. I mean, if you look closely, the thing was made in China. I was looking on eBay, and this Julian code. You could probably look it up or read it. Maybe it's 1995. I don't know, but it's definitely not an original. So a little disappointed on that, but it only cost me $15. But if I had to do it all over again, I would just go on to eBay, and they don't sell. They're not that expensive. You can get an original 1977 Mattel's electronic for like $50, depending on the condition. I mean, and you have to look, and it will say Mattel's up here. But even that, it's kind of deceiving because they reissued these. I think it said 95 on some of the listings, 2000, the year 2000. They show they sell them still in the pack because or in the package because they're so reason they're so recent. Some of them, but you're not getting the original. So that was my mistake. But still for $15, it's still fun to have it. Will I upgrade to the original? Maybe. It's not. They're not too terribly rare or expensive. However, they do have, and I can maybe show a listing on the page here on the screen. They do have a 1977 Mattel's Electronic Football still in the box, never opened, and of course they want to, and as well as they should, they want a pretty penny for that. Oh, and then I was going to say, the ones that are the original Mattel, they actually have the sticker on the back here. It says 1977 Mattel's Electronic Football, which this doesn't. It's from China. So anyway, didn't cost me a lot of money, and it still works. Still fun to play once in a while. If it was dark, you could see those little blips. Yeah, and he got tackled. And then the last pickup I made, and this was a really good one.
Commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team.
So I saw this box sitting at the dealer's table. I'll move that back a little. And it was basically, they had it open and they were selling just the individual packs. And by the way, this is the A team. They're selling the individual packs. And there's two versions in here, or two pictures, which is cool. So you got the whole A team, and then of course you just got the Mr. T. I pity the fool. So they were selling these packs for $4 a piece, and these come 36 packs to a box. So it's 5 stacks times 4. So there's 20 unopened packs still in here. Yeah, resisted temptation since 1983. So what is that? 33 years ago. A huge fan of the show. Mr. T back in the day, he was an icon. He was one of the pop stars in that era. people my age or maybe a little younger remember. But yeah, it was a big thing. So cool to see this, see that there. I mean, I do have packs previously in my pack collection, but he was asking $4, so I was like, oh, there's 20. So I just made him an offer. I didn't think he would take it because I didn't have the box. I mean, the box itself is cool. So I offered him $40 for the whole thing, $2 a pack plus a box, and he accepted. So okay, happy to get that. I think it's a great deal. I'm just 16 packs, and that's going to kind of be my goal, is to get another 16 packs, and I'll have the complete box. And they sell these boxes complete for about $200 on eBay. So I thought it was a good buy. The challenge now is just trying to find affordable packs, just so I can make the whole package a good deal. So I have $40 invested, and I'm probably not going to find another 20 packs for $40, but if I can find another 16, maybe for 35, or maybe I will pay another $40 for it. But the problem is, everyone wants $4 or more for each pack. So yeah, love it, love the A team, and I got the box. So cool. So yeah, and lastly, I'll show you a purchase. Actually, there's two things. I am going to do a giveaway at the end, so don't go away.
There's a shot deep to left, way back. Kiss it goodbye. It's a fair ball and a home run for Andre Dawson. It's across the street, and the scramble is on. A 3-run blast for Andre Dawson. What a shot. That's his 19th home run, and he comes up with it across the street on Waveland Avenue.
And it looked like the mailman got it. Andre Dawson delivering the mail, and the mailman getting the baseball.
Boy, he's happy. He put it away in the mail truck, and you better not mess with the U.S. mail.
And now he's taking the bow. They're not going to throw that.
I got a package, and I'm going to just open it up right now. This was an eBay purchase, and basically, I'll show you in a second what it is. I got a good deal on it, and couldn't pass it up. Shaking the camera here. They got it like Fort Knox, but that's good. It's good to have the good packaging. All right, so I got a bunch of unopened packs. Well, not a bunch, but I got 4 of them. Elf. Gotta love Elf. Oh, upside down. I'm sorry. Trying to read it. Yeah, it says 1987, so it's probably, I'm going to guess 1988 pack. But yeah, just kind of I don't know, kind of a crazy show, kind of a, I don't know, cult favorite, I guess. And it's just kind of fun to have. Special. What does that say? Booyah baseball card inside.
I really don't think they're worth all that much.
All right. I was hoping I wouldn't have to part with this, but here it is. My collection of Booyah baseball cards.
What's Booyah baseball?
It's like regular baseball, only you throw fish parts.
Which parts?
What difference does it make? How much will you give me for this?
Nothing.
Wait! Don't answer yet. What if I threw in an attractive 12-piece set of cookware? Now what would you pay?
$3.
Sold.
If I'm not buying that.
We had a deal!
Okay, so, yeah. Not going to open them, though. But I may be giving this away on my collector's chat. That's kind of one of the reasons I bought this, just to replenish my supply. I give these away to guests on the collector's chat. Chips. Another great show from the 70s. Doesn't have the date. My recollection is I think it's a 79. I might be wrong on that, but what is it? Ponch and blanking on the other guy. But these two guys would ride their motorcycles in the California Los Angeles area, hence the name CHIPS, California Highway Patrol. Yeah, loved that. Loved that show. That used to be on with like Love Boat, Fantasy Island, Saturday Night. Yeah, as a youth, that was it. That was it. Another one from the 70s, the 79 it says. So probably I'd say it's 79, maybe 1980. Mork and Mindy.
Nanu, nanu. Shazbat.
This was actually a spin-off from Happy Days. Mork, obviously played by Robin Williams, and Mindy, played by the beautiful Pam Dauber. And I do have an autographed picture of, or a trading card of Pam Dauber. I'll have to show on a future video. I believe she may do the TTMs. All the TTMers, Justin, Adam's Card Closet, Zach's collections, a lot of them. Too much to mention, but too many to mention. But yeah, look into that. They probably know already. But yeah, you get the ring pop. I showed a ring pop on my last video. I don't have one in reach, but love the ring pop. And then last, and this was the best of the lot, the Charlie's Angels.
Once upon a time, there were three little girls who went to the police academy. And they were each assigned very hazardous duties. But I took them away from all that, and now they work for me. My name is Charlie.
Loved it. Um, I think Charlie's Angels was a 1977 pack. Actually, it says right on there there's an offer that expires or expired December 31st of 1978. So yeah, this had to have been a 77 or maybe a 78, but I'm thinking 77. There's actually different series with the different colors. I have all these already and all the different colors on my in my unopened wax pack collection. But I tell you what, I got this one, which this normally goes for 14, 15 bucks at a good price on its own. And I love the purple. It is a little bit off center there, but with these wax packs, I know. Oh, you can see it looks like a little Kate Jackson showing on the back. Um, or is it Kate Jackson? I'm having a mental, like, there's Sabrina, who I believe Sabrina was played by Kate Jackson. That's not Sabrina. There's Farrah Fawcett and ugh, I'll put it on the screen. I'm blanking on the name, but that's who that is on the back. But yeah, love Charlie's Angels. So then I got that one, this, and that, and I got it all for $20. And I think shipping was like $73. No, I'm just kidding. I think shipping was pretty reasonable. So I think everything it was like 23, $24. So if I can get four good packs for about a little more than $5 a piece, I'll do that all day. And before we go, actually, my dad was at an antique shop and he got these postcards for me. And these are, turn of the century. There's a 1881, I think, right on there. I mean, they're not sports related or anything, but they're just old and cool. And look at this one. It's colored postcard. That's really neat. And you just got the provenance with the writing and stuff on the back. Even if you're a stamp collector, they got the old ones. And I know some of you guys collect postcards and know a lot more about them than I do. I just don't. Look at this. Put 1911 is where she wrote. Yeah, it's so cool. Clearwater, Minnesota, not far from where I live. Um, this is from Joe Smith. You might know Joe Smith. Probably not. 1896. It's just kind of a generic reply postcard. Oh, I forgot. Buried the lead there. Yeah, baby. um, Here's another one, a little kid, little baby. So let's see. Is that a real? Yeah. Let's just say that's a real photo. It might be just a painting or something. But let's say even if it's a painting, it's of a model. And it says 1912. So that baby, man, long gone, unfortunately. It's 124 years old now. So yeah, blows the mind to think that that baby would be 125 years old right now. Oh, not sports, but there is a horse on there. The Wild West will be home soon. Love that. And here's one. No secret what age. New Year's from 1909 with a little gold trim. So Osseo, Minnesota. So yeah, these are bought in Minnesota. So there's a lot of local Minnesota ones in there. But I don't collect, so I'm just gonna do a and you'll get the commenting collector sticker with it. So I'm just gonna if you watch to the end and just put just put postcards, just put I want the postcards, and whoever's the first one. I learned my lesson on the spinning wheel. No, I'm just kidding. We finally did give away the $25 gift eBay gift card to my 500th subscriber milestone. It only took like four different times, but no, that's not anything real unusual, figuring that I incorporated every subscriber that I have that subscribed to me. And I know a lot of people, bless their heart, and any other vital organs that may need attention, that they've stayed with me, but they probably don't follow my channel. So finally, it was Boston Fan who caught wind of the fact that he won and got hold of me, and he got it. So we're not going to do the spinning wheel this time, but just be the first one. However, if you're not the first one, sorry about that, but anyone can get this cool commenting collector sticker. Just say that you want it. Drop me an email at commentingcollector@gmail.com and I'll send one off. So yeah, that's it. Appreciate everyone's support. Please consider giving me a like if you like this video. Love to hear your comments. And subscribe to me if you're not already. Subscribe to the channels that I mentioned previously as well. So until next week, my name is Rob Sagady, better known as the Commenting Collector. And as always, we can do it. Good. Collecting. I pity the fool.